Well, kids in several school districts across the Front Range are off this morning as their teachers head to the Capitol in the fight for funding. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is joining us live now outside the state capitol. Courtney, we know that a new funding formula was created, which we've heard educators say could result in millions of dollars of cuts to school districts. That is why we are expecting so many of them to be at that Capitol today.
Yes, that's right, Jordan. And educators plan on pushing back on those potential budget cuts here at the Capitol later on this morning. And because so many teachers are getting involved, Denver Public Schools is closing 2/3 of its schools today. Aurora Public Schools is closing all the schools in their district. Now, right now, the state Colorado bases its funding for districts on an average of student enrollment. And instead of an average, Democratic Governor Jared Polis is proposing shifting funding to schools based on actual enrollment numbers. Districts see that as a $150 million cut that they weren't expecting. A spokesperson for the governor's office says funding will increase per student and the governor would oppose cuts to education. Rob Gould is a special education teacher and president of the DPS Teachers Union. He says these funding adjustments could mean layoffs, budget cuts, and increases in class sizes.
Our educators have been under 2 decades of underfunding of our public schools. They're frustrated, they are fearful because of the fact if we know we can't lose a dime in any of our schools.
DPS says around 29,000 students will still have class today. We have a list up on our website, 9news.com, of all the schools that are staying open. And both Denver Public Schools and Aurora Public Schools say that classes will resume as normal tomorrow. The protest here kicks off at 11:30 a.m. Live at the Capitol, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you. The Poudre School District is showing support for their educators who plan to rally at the state capitol today. The district is offering up their buses to take teachers into Denver. Poudre Schools is on spring break this week, so they don't have to worry about teacher absences.
And this morning we have more details from Pueblo's chief of police after a suspect shot 3 officers. The chief also slammed state lawmakers. Around 7 o'clock Tuesday night, police say that they were looking for Billy Soto, a man wanted for an attempted murder charge. When they found him in the area of Mesa Avenue and Cedar Street, police say that Soto ambushed 3 officers with a rifle. The chief of police said that Soto fired about 80 rounds at those officers, hitting them. They fired back and killed him. The chief said that Soto was a repeat offender out on bond for multiple felonies.
I, for one, am sick of it. I'm sick of my officers taking these risks and being held to this kind of a crime with no recourse. And our community should be sick of it. The blood of my officers lays at the steps of our Capitol, and the reckless and soft on crime legislation passed out of there, and I'm tired of the needless violence my officers in our community face because of these policies.
All of those officers who were shot are expected to fully recover.
Yeah, an eerie scene here at Israel's busiest airport on the outskirts of Tel Aviv overnight. You're looking at travelers taking cover during an attempted missile strike by the Houthis. The Iran-backed militant group claimed responsibility after Israel's military intercepted the missile. The group also claimed to target the USS Harry Truman and several other warships in the Red Sea. The Houthis said they launched a missile in support of Palestine in the wake of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas collapsing. Yesterday, the Israeli military said it began targeted ground activities in the Gaza Strip just one day after launching overnight airstrikes that killed more than 400 people. An Israeli official warned those airstrikes were the first phase of a series of escalating military activities aimed at pressuring Hamas into releasing more hostages.
People gathered at the Auraria campus yesterday to protest the new wave of strikes in Gaza. Along with that, protesting the war between Israel and Gaza, people also talked about ICE deportations and an attack on free speech. During the protest, we spoke with a pediatrician here in Colorado. He says that he spent 20 days in Gaza providing medical treatment to children in war-torn areas. He says during his time there, he learned that he does not have all the answers, but says he does know this.
I don't have all the answers to complicated political questions, but to me, the life and death of a child is not a complicated question.
Dr. KUSA says it's been almost 2 months since he returned home from Gaza, and he is already making plans to return.
Customs and Border Protection is warning travelers it's illegal to bring fresh eggs, raw chicken, or live birds into the U.S. from Mexico. This comes as they're seeing a rise in egg product seizures at the border. The agency's San Diego field office reported a 158% increase in egg interceptions since fiscal year 2024.
This morning, Germany's Egg Association has said that it can no longer provide eggs to the U.S. This is according to reporting from CNN affiliate RTL Germany. The announcement comes as eggs are slowly becoming a more rare, expensive commodity in the U.S., with the government looking to other countries to supplement its stocks. The shortage from the German Egg Association comes ahead of Easter and, of course, during a time when Germans are eating more and more eggs, roughly 244 per person per year.